Now, the A19 challenge for this class is relatively simple, and it is one that's sort of near and dear to my heart because as a swim parent, I've been a swim parent for the last 22 years, and when you're like Michael Phelps and you're swimming in the Olympics, all of the timing is done for you, right? They use Omega touch pads, and the timing system there costs millions of dollars, and they have professionals who are watching each lane who have professional level stopwatches and who have specific training and all of this stuff to make sure that those times are perfectly accurate, because some of those races literally come down to 1/100th of a second. But when you're a swim parent and you got a 5-year-old and you drive to Clovis for the weekend for a swim meet in the freezing cold, you don't have all of those things. What happens is they get parents to volunteer to stand at the end of the lane and click that stopwatch button over and over and over. And they have touch pads in the water so that the swimmers at the end of the race touch the pad to stop the clock. But a lot of the time, especially when the kids are little tiny ones, they don't have enough power to trigger that button. They don't get an accurate touch on the touchpad, and so they rely on the stopwatch times as sort of a backup. And each lane usually has 2 stopwatches operated by 2 different parents, and there's very little, if any, training involved at all. They just hand you a stopwatch, and they're like, okay, when any part of their body touches the wall, stop the watch. And then you just do the best you can. And so with the data I gave you is for a series of races that are timed by 2 stopwatches per lane. And what they give you is an idea of the proximity from the stopwatch to the touchpad. And what I want you to tell me about is how accurate are those parents who are operating those stopwatches. I want you to run some stuff on the data. I want you to run some descriptive statistics. I want you to examine the data in different ways as a data scientist would. A scatter plot might be useful to visualize the data. And in a very brief couple of sentences, which I'm not going to run through even a grammar check, because this is not that kind of class, I want you to tell me what's going on in the data. I want you to tell me what you see in the data. Anything interesting that comes up. And so it's a very, very low bar for credit on this assignment. It's very open-ended because data science is a huge, huge topic, and I've taken, a very short period of time to explain it to you. So I want you to just get a feel for what's data science and what's that process look like, and how do we do it. So you need to be able to open the data file, run some stats on it, and create a plot. And if you look at the videos or the lecture from the last class and this class, you'll be able to see how to do all of that stuff. And it's pretty basic level data science work, but it will give you a taste of what data science looks like. And